Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
BallChat.
Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to BCN Sports Watch Along of El Clasico. Real Madrid versus Football Club Barcelona. And why is this thing have that scroll on it? My name is Benton. Junior is jumping on in a few minutes, finishing something. 2 minutes to kick off here in this El Clasico. Big game. Big game, and of course, that's an understatement. El Clasico is usually a big football game. Let's get to the starting 11. By the way, before I get to the starting 11, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Hopefully, the mothers are doing well, and hopefully we're, showing love to our mothers out there. Hopefully everyone is taking care of mommy. All right, don't know how it go. All right, let's get to the starting 11. For the visitors, Fight Club FC, Real Madrid. Courtois in goal. You got Rudiger, Trent Arnold, Hussein, and Garcia in the back. You have Jude Bellingham, the fighter himself, allegedly, Tushimeni and Camavinga in the midfield. Up top, you have Gonzalo Garcia, Brahim Diaz out right, and Vinicius Jr. On the left side. And basically, the type of week Real Madrid had, I suspect they will be glad to get on the football field and try to put the debacle of the week behind them and win a football game. A victory for Barcelona stitched up the La Liga title, second La Liga title in as many years for Hansi Flick. So, hey, it's only inevitable. It's only a matter of time. It's inevitable. All right, let's get to Hansi Flick starting 11. And, of course, Real Madrid's coach, Alvaro Arbiola, is the man in the dugout. Fabrizio Romano, the oracle of transfers and administrative news in the world of football, says 95% guaranteed that, or 95% chance that Alvaro Arbiola won't be back at Madrid next season. Word is that Jose Mourinho might be the next man in the seat over there at Real Madrid. All right, more to come on that. All right, let's get to Football Club Barcelona starting 11. Garcia in goal. Gonzalo in the left back position, Martin and Kubirisi in the center back pairing, Eric Garcia out in the right back position, Pedrito Bala along with Gavi, Dani Olmo sits in that 10 position, Fermin Lopez Bala, Marcus Rashford probably heading back to Manchester United at the end of the season out on the left side, Ferran Torres down the middle. Nothing else to say about this game. I mean, I think ultimately it's well documented. This is one of the biggest games in the world of football. Widely watched globally. It doesn't matter what's going on. People usually tune in for this game. For these two teams, put on a show. I think for Football Club Barcelona, most importantly, win the game. Put on a show and win the game. Yeah, man, Vinicius Jr. captain. Imagine, no wonder foolishness are going over Real Madrid. How Vinicius Jr. is a captain. We have the ref cam looking, talking to both captains here. Yo, the box cover going over here. So, as I said, Junior will jump on in a few minutes. We're going to do the our ball chat weekly during this watch along. We're gonna just recap some of the week's major news in the world of football during this watch along, and as soon as this watch along is over, we'll cut off for the weekend because it's a Mother's Day and we want to go celebrate and chill and easy with the mothers and the mothers in our lives. So you don't know how you go. All right. So again, and still waiting for kickoff. The game is on ESPN Plus. Unless my channel is behind, but they just flip the coin, and usually with El Clasico, sometimes you have this fanfare and all this foolishness that's going on before the game. and the game don't start exactly on time. Let's go. There's a Trent Arnold has a big task on hand. Junior coming in, Junior running in, Junior running in. Let me get this set up for when Junior run in. Trent Arnold has a big task on hand. Let me switch those. Junior, Wagwan.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm here. I'm here.
Well, present. Hopefully having a wonderful Sunday and taking care of the mothers in your life, family.
Yeah, that is the plan for later.
All right. See that. All right, we've gone through the starting 11 for both teams. Thoughts on this game, and as I mentioned before you join in, we're just going to run through and do our weekly football recap during the watch along.
Yeah. My takeaway is can Barcelona just secure it right now? And it would be the ultimate icing on the cake for their season to their bitter rivals can be the ones that hand them the trophy today. So like I say, and can Real Madrid keep it together for till the end of the season, or will we see some bust ups on the field?
And we're off. And so a follow up to the Fight Club statement, a comment that I made at the beginning of the Madrid starting 11. I think there was a report there was a report that the club fined both Tushimeni and Valverde.
Valverde, yeah.
Yes. Well, £500,000 each. Euros.
Something like that, yeah.
Yes.
Something like that, yeah.
So,
I don't think it should not that shouldn't even be in the news.
I mean, then they already in the news the fight broke, then they reached the news that the coach implement penalties.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of Mother's Day, where you start all around the yard? What the pan fire today?
I'll go out the road.
Again.
So I have an early kickoff, yeah?
Again, you going to Korean place again?
Nah. Well, we might end up there. Because the Korean place, just like last year, the Koreans don't celebrate Mother's Day like Americans. So that restaurant always available. If you want to go Papa Do today, God go with you.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely now I'm going. I'm going to dash in pan the grill after this. With the help of the boys, of course, because if I got them supposed to do this.
Yep.
But we're just showing love, of course, to the significant other, All right. Marcus Rashford, Real Madrid picked Marcus Rashford pocket there. He couldn't get it under control. Gonzalo. Yeah, I said coming in, Gonzalo Garcia to Vinicius. Vinicius with a baby shot.
He's crossed the ball. Yeah, it is. We'll see what he want. He wanted to go far post.
Really? Better we not said that, because if $1 million baller wanted to go far post and do that, then big money baller want to go far post and do that, then we need to have a conversation. What you looking forward to in this football game, family?
Just a conclusion to the La Liga season, to be honest. This game, I don't even know why it generated all this hype. And because Barcelona is just a stone throw away from culminating the season with a title. I don't think Real Madrid is in any. What a piece of choppiness by Rashford.
Yeah, soon to return to Manchester United, Rashford, right?
No. Soon to leave Barcelona.
Okay, but not returning to the club that owns his contract?
No.
What, he's going to stay on road? It's like you lock out the Pitney when the Pitney come back home?
Well, we don't have the prodigal sons in Manchester, sir.
As long as the man getting money paid when him there.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right, Gonzalo's pass the ball. Gonzalo Garcia, Ibrahim Diaz doing a little bit too much here with the football, of course.
Pass the ball.
Brian Diaz Panenka from the African Cup.
He will never live that down.
I am actually pleasantly surprised he's able to function quite easily on the football field still. Still 0-0 family. I gonna run through a football roundup and we can't stop because again we'll keep an update on the game. Well, wait.
Oh, this should be 1-0.
Yeah, it should be
Well,
1-0,
this is Rashford.
but
Oh.
good defending by Fran Garcia to cut out a cross from Ferman Lopez. Barcelona almost in.
Yeah.
So Rashford is on the right wing. I need to do some switching around here, and Lopez is on the left. It seems like. All right, let's start with our football roundup right here at Football Club at Real Madrid, Junior. The Fight Club, the bust up this week. It's well documented. The fines definitely suggest that there was something that happened in the locker room. In terms of what exactly happened, I don't know. I don't know who to believe, but something definitely happened based on the fines by the club and the statement that they put out. Real Madrid quickly wants to get the season over. Your thoughts on what exactly you see the roots of the problem over at Real Madrid?
I can't say it any other way. No, I joked at the start of the transition, and we'll call it this way. I joked at the start of the transition that Real Madrid, Rashford with that steal here, and Rashford. Anyway,
the grass slippery, Bridget.
yeah,
Water the grass.
I guess. For Real Madrid, the problem is you have too much youth. I'm not youth. You see, Real Madrid is the team right now that racists would love to feed on.
And you're speaking like a true what here, Julia?
A true realist. And the reason why I got here, because this is the thing. The Real Madrid current squad, they're not young. They're not unproven. None of those apply to the current squad, right?
Yeah.
But the characteristics of the team has changed over the last 2 years. And this current setup at Real Madrid is not used to playing or being successful at the highest level. I think that's what happened to them. I think that they did the transition and they didn't do any adequate scouting to replace those that they were going to lose because of age. I'm talking Toni Kroos and Luka Modric, and we're seeing the fruits of that labor. We really are.
We have a free kick here to is it a
To Barca, right at the edge of the 18.
So Asensio is actually the one who started over Hussein in that back line. So Card had us Hussein starting, but now it's Asensio is the one who's in that. So free kick to Football Club Barcelona.
And your boy Barcelona, Marcus Rashford is about to take it.
I will not say anything about this. I'll leave that up to Donald to the Barcelona faithfuls to explain this one away because Marcus Rashford is free kick specialist over at Football Club Barcelona.
About to be La Liga champions, Barca. And he scored.
It's a ratted goal.
Wow.
Rashford just said to me, "Shut up. Shut the hell up."
But how that be Courtois right there? That's his post. You know what? This might be what Real Madrid need. They might get about 6 or 7. I'm a phone a buzz say Real Madrid score.
Let's
I
see
mean,
that.
but the Barcelona score.
Well, it seems like Thibaut Courtois what shift a little bit to his left and then have to go back
Yeah,
to his right.
yeah. And Jeremy and Samuel say one Rashi.
How old is the Parfumous people in that?
I don't know them people.
How them players
I
say
live up.
Parfumous?
I live up people them.
I don't know. I have no idea um who they are. You know, but uh, and Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior doing Vinicius Junior thing. Vinicius Junior just look like he's like, yo, I'm just playing this game because I have to. There's an expression on his face like, okay, let's just, I can't wait for the 90 minutes for up and we just go where we are. But, you know, a player like a Kamavinga, right? And a Tushimini and Brahim Diaz and Fran Garcia, I mean, and Trent Arnold. You know, things might look different for them next year at Real Madrid if they're still at Real Madrid. So they, you know, games like this gives them an opportunity to show up and show out.
Yep. Or show what they can do, which is nothing. Because
Well,
Vinny again, just cross the ball. Cross the ball, Vinny.
like this outside of the right foot poke by Vinicius Junior. I mean, corner kick to football club to Real Madrid. Trent Arnold coming over to take it. But if Tushimini was in a fight, he doesn't look like he suffered any sort of damage, Junior. Man, look all right. Not even a scratch. Maybe
I
he's
mean,
bleeding
what
inside.
you think is you think these are UFC fighters?
Maybe he's bleeding inside.
Baby. His heart is broken.
Trent with the corner kick. Headed on by Asensio. And I think another corner for Real Madrid.
Good work. Set piece.
What going on with Tushimini shirt?
I don't know, but you see the Barca keeper as a give a card, can take off his shirt. What a guy.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. What was that about? What was that about? And
He
take
lost
off an
some blood
undershirt
pressure
or
or
something.
something. Yeah.
Corner kick number 2. Trent getting ready to send it in. And corner kick number 3. Trent again.
You know, everybody watching this game hoping for a Real Madrid fight.
And and Tushimini heads the ball over. All right, so continue our football roundup during this watch along, family. So if Fabrizio Romano and others, David Ornstein also reported the similar thing about Jose Mourinho, is in conversation with Real Madrid, and also it's at a stage where Benfica, according to Fabrizio Romano, is starting to explore their options for other coaches because they know that Real Madrid come calling. It's if Jose Mourinho is interested, then it's probably gonna be an exit, So
Right.
Jose Mourinho, if he does come in, Junior, do you agree with that move?
It depends on the problem is Jose Mourinho's track record. Jose Mourinho is a 3-year coach at most. Or prior to recent results, Jose Mourinho was seen as a 3-year wonder coach. The third year it always break down. Real Madrid, I don't agree with the hire, and this might be my 15th time changing my mouth on it. But when I think about it and listen to the report that you just gave, I don't think they should be that desperate for a big name coach. I think they need to bring in a coach, any coach that has a plan to make the team become a team. That should be the priority.
But who's available though?
That's the thing. It's some backroom staff coach or somebody who we don't know, or a hero. So it is at the end of the day, Jose Mourinho can come in and cause more problems than he fixes. Because Jose can come in and go aggressive against the star players, them or some of the star players, or players that he deems to be ineffective for their salary, and go at them, right? And then create a whole new argument within the team. That's one of the downsides of Jose Mourinho. One of the upsides is he brings a level of stability, if even if it's only for 1 year or two. Because we're looking at Arbiola, as soon as Real Madrid lose a game, will they fire him? Will they fire him? I don't think they will do that with Jose.
Yeah, I mean, I still zero,
I mean, no,
still 1-0. Barca leads Real Madrid. All right, so I think in terms of seniority and big personalities, big personality players, Jose Mourinho is the right man for this job because there are certain things that Real Madrid is just struggling to get down. The basics of football, get
yeah,
basic football going, and whether it's disagreement about salary, like I think Vinicius Junior wants another salary based on wants another contract based on the reports also, if they're to be believed, um, because Mbappe is making a lot of money and the image rights deal is also a big part of the Mbappe deal. So Jose Mourinho will instantly come in and cut out all those foolishness. He's like, look, is either
yep.
you're going to play ball or you're not going to play ball. But when the question though is when, and he will help them defensively, but when they hit a wall, when things start going sideways, what sort of how long before Jose Mourinho starts throw all of them under the bus? And,
I think,
and
yeah,
just
you're right.
start calling names.
You're right. And that is my concern. That's why I say I don't really like the possible hire because of that. Because it can bring more turmoil to an
Yeah.
already fractured locker room.
Because Jose Mourinho had his team, made his Portuguese team slept at the training facility for losing a game this year, right? In the Portuguese Cup competition. Him can't tell Real Madrid ballers them this. He can't tell Vinicius Junior and Mbappe say, boy, yo, we not go sleep at the training facility for bad results. Him can't tell them that.
Yeah. Uh, But also that is what they need.
As
What a
Barcelona
ball!
2-0
Oh my God.
this
What a
year.
ball! What a ball!
Ferran Torres.
I get a cup of water. Yo, this look like 6.
Yeah, this
Connors!
all Barcelona. This is probably gonna be a mauling. Ferran Torres with number 2 for Football Club Barcelona. 2-0, 18 minutes in. It's all Barcelona. Very good flick back player there from, I want to say, I'm trying to see. Okay, now watching the replay. So Danny Olmo. Okay, Danny Olmo with the back heel and Ferran Torres. No one running with Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres all alone had time to control and select a spot. Rudiger and Fran Garcia trying to block, but no dice in the back of the net. 2-0 all Barcelona. Ferran Danny Olmo. Excellent back heel to the unrunning.
Beautiful football. Beautiful football.
Yeah, man. This might end up as a proper spanking. And this, you know what? This is what Real Madrid should get. If you show up and not prepared to play, then you should get spanked.
Yep.
You should get spanked. If you show up not prepared to play, then you should get spanked. And so no, also on a larger scale, there are reports that Florentino Perez might be under some sort of pressure, according to some of the reports, that because of some of the decisions that he has made regarding the coaching position over at Real Madrid. Of course, Real Madrid, what is this, third manager this year?
Yeah.
So third manager in two years
second.
at least, right?
Yeah. Second under this year.
Yeah. So according to some reports, Florentino Perez needs to get the next hire right, or else there might be some sort of mutiny to remove him from office, from the presidency. Of course, he's getting up there in age. The panel look at that ball to Vinicius drew. Like the ball just passed not strong enough, and it gives the opponent a chance for recover and kick out the ball. I mean, come on, man. The man them look like them don't want to play no ball. All right, continue our roundup, Junior. Let's step over to the Premier League and look at what happened today. Arsenal defeated West Ham 1-0. Controversial ending there.
Yeah, very unfortunate ending from the West Ham perspective. From the Arsenal perspective, that was boy. If there was ever a way that we could write the ending to the season for Arsenal, it would be to win the title on a goal like this. Now, granted, they haven't won the title yet, but they are 2 games away. 2 points ahead. They took care of business against a very feisty, a very desperate West Ham. I said it 7 days ago that we're going to have a type of conversation at the end of the day for the EPL game. And right now we are at the positive end of that conversation from an Arsenal perspective. And also, from a Tottenham perspective as well. Can't forget about Tottenham.
Tottenham today, right?
Yep.
Okay. Things that we don't see.
Underscore that.
What? Gonzalo Garcia.
Yeah.
With an opportunity there for should have scored. Okay. All right. Now the controversial decision at the end regarding the wiping out the previously awarded goal to West Ham by the official, reversing his call. Agree with the decision?
I agree that it was given. I don't necessarily agree. I agree with the decision, but I disagree with them giving it. Let me word it that way. And the reason being, look at the implications that result have on the title on both ends of the English Premier League. And this must be one for winning. Nope. So that decision, the referees has in essence affected 4 teams to them. It affected the 2 teams on the field and the 2 teams that were watching the match today, hoping for some result. The referees created that result for them, which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
All right. So I chalked this up to the landscape we have seen these given. I think you mentioned this before. In the grand scheme of things of where the football is now, these usually are called a foul on the goalkeeper, and so I mean at the end of the day, it's probably the right call, right?
Right.
You know, but West Ham fans would feel aggrieved about the reversal. So, um, still 2-0 FC Barcelona leading Real Madrid. As now we're seeing commercials on the side of football games here in the States, Junior. I guess getting ready for World Cup.
Yeah.
You know.
I show where the value has got.
Yeah, the sponsors will find a way to get that commercial in by any means necessary. So the infraction is this hand across the neck of David Rea, and rightfully so. Rea looked like he was impeded because of Pablo's arm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which, again, like I said, if it was early in the game, cool. But at the death like this, and that goal can pretty much determine the champion and the team that's going to get relegated. If I was a referee, I would have stayed out of it personally, to be honest.
Yeah, but you already made the call. You would have just left it as a goal.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans, yeah, Mikel Arteta would have sent for you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. All right. So, but that's the landscape of things in the Premier League. As Arsenal won and Man City both won. In terms of the title race, Junior, I mean, how do you see it now? I mean, you did circle this game as a difficult game, but Arsenal was able to take care of it.
A circle is like I know Sean happy. I know right now Sean grinning from ear to ear. I think we can start into the conversation now of, and maybe this is good mouthing Arsenal. But we can start looking back at the season and ask yourself some questions, and is this Arteta's best coaching job?
Well, if they win it, yes.
Okay.
If they do win it, yes. If not, then no. But if they do win it, yes. But so they have what, Palace and Burnley remaining, and the formula remains the same, just like last week. You win out, you're the title holder.
Yep.
There's nothing Man City can do to stop it. Back to this game. Yeah, go ahead, Junior.
And they have room for a draw too.
Oh, they do. Oh, they have a 2 points cushion, right?
Yeah. But if they draw, then Barcelona can take the lead on goal difference.
Man City, Arsenal.
Man City can take a lead by goal difference.
Yeah. So, and then regarding the Arsenal, they will round out Burnley and Crystal Palace. I mean, the Crystal Palace, the final game of the season. That's the only game that I see as any Man City fans can have any hope for any sort of issue. That last game against Crystal Palace, and it's the last day.
And I remember this is Glasner's last game.
Yeah. This is Oliver Glasner last match at the helm as the coach.
And
right?
This is coming right after playing Man City.
Yeah, so so Crystal Palace may have a say in what happens in the Premier League title race. But again, more emphasize something. Arsenal, you have led the table for a reason. None of these teams should have you frost. Burnley, Crystal Palace, nobody down the stretch. You have done all the hard work. See the job out, finish it, and just win the title. That's simple.
Yep.
I
Yep.
mean, it's simple. You know, um, back to this El Clasico game. Barcelona still up on Real Madrid 2-0. Looking at the game itself, Real Madrid is looking to play the ball behind and try to get Gonzalo Garcia behind that Barca's line. It's the same formula with this Hansi Flick line. Others have
Eyeline,
tried to
yep.
exploit it, but apparently Real Madrid haven't been able to do it.
But then look at Real Madrid putting a high line too.
Yeah, Danny Olmo into a free of space now. This should be three. Nope. Offside though. Olmo caught it in the offside position there. You looking at Real Madrid, boy, Rudiger still a soldier on for this side, yeah. Still soldier on. You know. Junior, before you fall asleep, let's continue our EPL roundup. Don't know you because we don't see you been up from early. Other matches in the EPL, Liverpool versus Chelsea. Man called Slot was the team was boo. I don't know if it's Slot them did a boo or the
They
Liverpool
they
in
boot
a
slot for
1-1
taking off Ngoma. What name Ngoma?
Yeah. Yeah,
Dumb decision.
Nkomo. Yeah.
Dumb decision. I mean, but the game is a useless game.
Useless. I mean, is
Yeah,
Liverpool trying to book their place in the Champions League?
they're already in. I think they're not numerically in, but who are gonna knock them out?
I mean, yeah, but they could always they're sitting on 59 points. Aston Villa
They
55,
could.
Bournemouth 55. 59 them are both Liverpool and Aston Villa on 59 points. Bournemouth
Yeah, but remember Aston Villa about to win
Europa League. Oh,
Europa League, so they're going to get.
why you just disregard Freiburg, eh?
Yes, I am.
Right.
I'm not disregarding Freiburg. I am putting Unai Emery's credentials in the Europa League in high regards.
Okay, all right. No, but as for Slot, he says that you know what they can win but he can win back the fans next year, next season. You know, and I think it's fair. I mean, I think at the end of the day, you won a Premier League. He won a Premier League title last season. They have a bad season, Liverpool this year by their standard. Don't let him. He deserves at least one more year to right the ship and fix things.
More than a year.
I know at least one more year. Now if they fall back with the same foolishness next year, no, then you have to
But
have a conversation.
what foolishness to if they qualify? Well, you see, you can only have one champion.
Yeah.
Now, falling out of Champions League, though, that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
But I think I don't like Arne Slot personally. I won't obviously Vinicius Junior get into the box and Chouameni probably soon to be departed Chouameni with a side footed shot higher wide. But Arne Slot and Liverpool, they have an aged Mo Salah that for us or for me, I know you have heard from me for the last couple of years how Liverpool's midfield is eroding from within, right? And I think it just finally caught up to them. That's what I think happened to them.
Yeah, but the thing is the foolishness that I blame Slot for is that neglecting a key part of the team, which he invested heavily in a part of the team that I didn't think that necessarily warrant such large investments, and that's the defense. He neglected the defense, invested heavily in the offensive side of the things, and you know Liverpool has been struggling defensively all season. So that's the foolishness I am referring to when I said you can't fall back with the same foolishness again next year in terms of transfer and in terms of still being vulnerable late in games, giving up goals, chipping away goals, 13 or 14 goals or so. throughout the Premier League season in the 80 odd minutes on, you can't win
Mm-hmm.
football games. And and so even a blind man saw that they needed help defensively, but he decided to go heavily with Hugo Ekitike, who has been outstanding for them, Alexander Isak, who haven't done much because of injuries. Of course, Florian Wirtz has been good here or there, but not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And the two local defenders are so-called defenders they signed, Kirkish and Frimpong. There's not many great things. You can't sing wax lyrically about them,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
And this thing also with Frimpong playing right wing, it's like he hasn't been effective down the right wing and he hasn't been effective defensively. So I don't know, I don't know. So, but as for Chelsea, still without a permanent manager. Uh, saw some positive things from Chelsea in that game. Did you see?
No.
No.
No. And Jabi Alonso are odds on. I wouldn't say odds on, but rumored to be highly regarded in the running. But rumor has it that for him to come in, he wants to have full say on the locker room, player contracts and resale and stuff like that, right? I said all that to answer your question about did I see anything positive from Chelsea? No, I didn't see anything positive from Chelsea. What I saw is a team that lacks direction, needs direction. You have your moments where individual leadership and brilliance start to show, but at the end of the day, they need a voice at the top. They are desperate for a coach at the top. Somebody that they all can look at and say, yes, coach, I'm follow direction. So Jabi Alonso reportedly requested the same thing that Luis Enrique requested. So Chelsea, Luis Enrique came with a I was going to say chopper keeper. What do they call it?
Folder.
Yeah, well, there's a chopper keeper. But Luis Enrique came with a full PowerPoint
Our
presentation.
binder, our PowerPoint, and
Yeah, well,
whatever.
yeah, but there's a but chopper. I was there's a chopper keeper, but that'll show me age. But Luis Enrique came with a plan. He said, "This is where you are. This is where we can end up in X years. Here's what we need to happen." And Chelsea ran him out of the room. It sounds like Javi came with the same thing. Let's see if they've learned their lesson.
It's a huge risk, though. Which
Javi,
Xabi Alonso is the real Xabi Alonso? The Leverkusen Xabi Alonso or the Real Madrid Xabi Alonso?
well, people change over time.
Yeah.
The Javi Alonso at Bayer Leverkusen, I have no proof of this. No proof, but I'm just going to speak in hypothetical, or I'm going to speak in hearsay.
Yeah.
He might have thought that he's bigger than who he really was at Bayer Leverkusen, and then coming to Real Madrid, maybe stepping in that team in that capacity of leadership, he probably saw things that he wasn't prepared for, right? And that's why when you ask the question, which Jabi Alonso, the third Jabi Alonso you're going to ask might be the one that has learned from the worst things that have happened to him, and that would bode well for him at Chelsea. Granted, he doesn't have as much pressure, or he wouldn't have as much pressure. What a ball, youth!
Marcus
What a
Rashford.
ball!
All right, ship him back to Manchester United right now. Right now. In fact, don't even wait till the end of the game. Send him right back. Ball. Marcus Rashford should have scored. Should have made it 3-0.
Should I cross it?
But all right, you see that shot from Marcus Rashford from a technique standpoint. He's using his right foot. Inside of his right foot, kicking the ball from the right side of the goal. The ball is curving away from the goal. It touched the goalkeeper. Yeah, brother.
No, but if he didn't touch it, it's a goal. It's a good save.
You're looking at the white and the man. I score the goal, Bridget.
Ice across the ball. I get the tap in. Watch out.
And then Danny Olmo with another one. That chip. So, still 2-0 Football Club Barcelona.
Yeah.
Should be 3.
Yeah.
Should be 3. So yeah, and regarding Xabi Alonso, and the thing I'm curious about. You see, if the reports, if the I think Fabrizio Romano and others have, I think New York Times, the Athletic and the New York Times collab, or it's Marcus Rashford with a cross. This is why he didn't cross the previous one, Junior. That cross way out of tone, and in fact the cross.
What the
Real
hell did
Madrid
he
player
see?
just like, thank you for your cross, Bridget.
But what did he see though?
Oh,
What
Camavinga.
a dumb tackle by Camavinga. This could be red. But
Oh,
the ref have a yellow
Camavinga.
card out. But this replay, VAR might ask him to look at it.
Oh, Camavinga.
In real time, it looked bad because the studs were high.
Yellow card.
He stopped on it. Never mind.
Yeah, yellow card. No, is that Camavinga is an energy player. I'm just try to leave a foot into this rubber play. So, Danny Olmo, just so you go. It's part of the ball game. All right, so back to Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso, if the reports are accurate that Xabi is demanding decision in transfers,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Xabi Alonso is still a young manager now. And that's a lot of responsibility on a growing coach who's evolving. You can't just get everybody you want in your squad, so Xabi. I mean, the club has to make decision for the future of the club. Ideally, you're going to get all the players that you want, but if Xabi Alonso gets sacked, or any young manager for that matter, who doesn't have the experience in player decision, player personnel, then the club is going to be left with players that it cannot use later on if that coach gets sacked. So I think Xabi Alonso would be best advised, at least from me. Find a football administrator that you can work with. Both of you guys on the same page. Have the same project idea. And then why Thibaut Courtois not catch a ball? And subsequently you can Xabi Alonso can do what he does best as coach. When it comes to player transfers, I lead that to Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp. Those men who they have been in the trenches for many, many years. Not a young, fresh, wet behind the ears young manager can run out and demand certain levels, sort of, especially at Chelsea, because the next manager they hire they have to get it right. They have to get it right.
The Rossinia signing was peculiar. The Rossinia signing, and I remember saying it at the time that I am not a Chelsea fan, and I remember saying verbatim, I'm not a Chelsea fan. However, as a black man, I am going to support the new Chelsea manager, right? And I just feel like that hire was a PR hire. No, I said that to say Chelsea's next hire, they better get it right. Not necessarily. As long as them hire a coach and know football, then that's one box tick, because it's not like Chelsea. I don't know how you feel about that squad. I think Chelsea just need a good coach. I don't think there's much changes needed within the squad for them to take a step forward.
Look, watch out. Look at Camavinga. Watch out. All right, he caught the ball, but I want to take that back to a few players. We got Real Madrid versus Barcelona. Watch along here, football family. El Clasico, Barcelona leading 2-0. I want to take this a step back in this player, Junior. I didn't know if you don't know if you saw Jude Bellingham had the ball on the right side of that 18-yard box. Jude
Yeah.
Bellingham looked up and saw Trent Arnold wide open on the other side of, well, he had, on the left side of the 18-yard box. Trent Arnold was wide open on the other side, and then he decided not to switch the ball. See, I'm looking for, he was into the 18-yard box with a switch right there, so, and then he could have made a bit. I'm looking for.
But I know the question. All right, so the question now is, and it kind of ties in with the Chelsea conversation. I'm going to assume that Arbiola is not going to be there next year. I'm going to assume that Real Madrid will make a change at the helm of the.
According to Fabrizio Romano, he says Arbiola is 95% gone.
Right. So, similar to Chelsea, do you need a new coach to come in and overhaul the squad, or you need a new coach to come in and overhaul the mentality within the squad?
I think for Real Madrid, if you can replace certain players, and they're not easily replaceable, right? You mentioned Toni Kroos and Modric still haven't been replaced, right? But also defensively, can you shore up your defense? You can. Real Madrid in La Liga can immensely just close the gap instantly on Real Madrid with some shoring up some areas. And then I think that will take the noise down on the personality issues, because then they will be winning games. And when you play against a football club, Barcelona, etc., and the Atletico Madrid of the world, and in Champions League, your big money ballers, your high price ballers should come to the limelight in those games. So from a Real Madrid perspective, a coach is good. Of course, you need a coach, but I think even if it's Arbiola coaching Real Madrid, and you fix some of the gaping issues in defense and in midfield, I think you can you close the gap immediately on Barcelona and even probably win La Liga if your players are healthy.
Yeah.
Because
Kim Pembe. Kim Pembe, right? The one Real Madrid centre back we heard.
Militao.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I think
PSG, I think. Yeah.
No, I thought the other.
I think Kim Pembe. I don't know if he's still at PSG, but he was. I know Pacho is playing a lot of those games. You can't tell me which part Kim Pembe there. But Militao is out for the season. I also think he's out for the World Cup also.
That every year that brother gets hurt.
Yeah, he's out for the World Cup, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so. But now that we're talking about it, and the surgeon who operated on Real Madrid defender said right on the seriousness of the Brazilian injury. So he had surgery last week. He have a big old long interview about the surgery and the things that were done to fix the knee problem, risk of returning knee problems. Anyway, it looked like him out to World Cup.
Yeah, and I also think that, like you mentioned, is that he's been injured so frequently. I wonder, really, at what level does Militao, can he go again? I mean, these injuries are accumulate after a while. I couldn't put on my pot for Militao coming back and contributing significantly to a Real Madrid or a Brazil backline.
But then you brought up a point earlier where you talked about Perez probably being under pressure because of some of the coaching.
Halftime in the game.
Halftime, yeah.
Yeah, 2-0.
So as 2-0.
Yeah.
But you brought up a point about Perez.
Yeah.
And being under pressure because of the coaching decisions. Somebody have to foot the blame for Militao still being at Real Madrid with all these injuries. But biggest of them all, signing Trent and signing David Alaba.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody have to pay the price for those signings. David Alaba spent more time on the bench than
Yeah,
he has done in games.
yeah, yeah. And he's still there.
And he can't go anywhere.
No, but sometimes you just have to cut your losses. I mean, you remember, at some point, you just call it a speed and like, David, thank you for your service, brother. We'll just buy out your contract and move on,
Yeah.
and even bring up a youngster from the academy squad or the under 23 squad. I mean, you have defenders there, but that's another body that can help get valuable minutes on the field. So,
Yeah.
so Florentino Perez. I mean, whether it's Barcelona's Juan Laporta, none of these men are immune to being moved out of office. Perez has done well success wise, so he has stayed off or being able to withstand any sort of pressure. But if Real Madrid continues in this poor form another season, I almost guarantee you that there is another candidate out there who start accumulate votes to try overthrow him. And he's what, 70 something. So at some point, the motherfucker say, yo, this job is too big for him.
Yeah.
You know. But like I was saying though, regarding Real Madrid, if you find proper midfielders and a proper defense, I think any decent coach, any competent manager can immediately make this team a La Liga winner or up there. Because Barcelona is not no
Juggernaut right
perfect.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not no perfect unit either. But back to Xabi Alonso though, New York Times is saying that Xabi Alonso is the betting favorite for the to get the
Chelsea.
Chelsea job. You said you don't think anything wrong with Chelsea. I see something glaringly wrong with Chelsea.
What is wrong with the squad? What is wrong
Yeah, the
with not
Chelsea squad.
this team, but what is wrong with the squad?
Striker. They need a goal scorer. Chelsea needs a goal scorer. They even what's his face? You're a baller got a Bayern Munich. Nicholas Jackson. Not even Nicholas Jackson was this bad. Dilap has not delivered. João Pedro is not a 9. And so you're depending on Cole Palmer, who has been probably gotten a lot more attention this year. Enzo Fernandez has done a good job scoring from midfield. So the Chelsea instantly, I think, rectified that 9 position. And again, solving that 9 position, then that also brings Chelsea now back into the conversation about Champions League spot and with a proper 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Another
no,
player
but
that is out for the World Cup, Junior. I think Estevao is out for the World Cup.
so was it confirmed? 'Cause I know he pulled up last week. And I know they were saying that this might be long term. So is that he has a torn hamstring, right?
Yeah, I think something like that.
Yeah. 'Cause I remember the player. It was I think it was a non-contact injury. He lost the ball and ran back to try to recover it, and that's when he hurt himself. If memory serves me correctly.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Big up, big up, big up. Saluting the mothers out there. Enjoy the Mother's Day. BCN Sports. Watch along of Real Madrid versus Barcelona and BallChat Weekly. Recap of the week that was in the world of football. Shorter, I'm sure, today as we get ready to celebrate the moms in our lives.
Yep.
So we're just running through it one at a time. Back to again the news that Xabi Alonso is on his favorite to get the Chelsea job. Let's see how that pans out. According to the betting markets. Let's see. Um, Back to the Premier League table, Junior. Let's take a look at how things stack up. Manchester United and Sunderland drew 0-0 yesterday. Fulham, Bournemouth 1-1 or 1-0 for Bournemouth. Forest secured safety in the Premier League, Junior, with a 1-1 draw with Newcastle and with West Ham suffering a defeat today.
Yeah.
So
And they earned it. I think Forrest earned it in fine style over the last couple of weeks. Talking
yes,
about coaching and getting coaching right and making the right decision. I don't like the order of Forrest, but yo, he got it right so far. So far. Now we'll see what them look like after a preseason when they know that okay, my job was in jeopardy. No, I'm talking about the players now, right? Going to the summer, they can breathe a sigh of relief and then go in the workout. Let's see how them look like next year. But for now, I think he got the coaching hire right. And this was his coach from him team in Greece, right?
I am not sure. I'm not sure.
I think so. I think I did see where he and this coach have a history, a long history, and I'm pretty sure he was one of his team's coaches, last head coach. And I don't know why I think it's Greece,
Victor
some team in
Pereira.
Greece.
Let me check on Marinakis.
I don't think it's a Persian team.
But yeah, trust in relationship. Yeah, you're right. From Olympiacos, where they won a domestic double in 2015. So Victor Pereira and Marinakis share a strong relationship built on their previous success at Olympiacos, where they won the league double. So so that's a very good nugget, Junior. Big up yourself. You're on farm today, even though you're sleepy. You're on farm. Big up yourself.
Yo, it's when I'm in my sleepy state. Best.
So
Kyle, no fam for 6 o'clock this morning. Jano.
big up BM says greetings, BallChat. Big up BM. We're doing a watch along and just a recap of the week that was.
Early show to the BM. Early show.
Early show, Mother's Day edition, short run. But you saw the Gibbs White injury, right? Speaking of players who have earned it, and
Yeah.
Forest players earning it, Gibbs White in that clash with Chelsea's goalkeeper. Yo, I think he had how many stitches?
A lot.
Yo, that was a nasty gash. So Forest is safe. Forest is safe, and kudos to the coaching staff and the ownership.
Yeah.
You know.
And a month ago, it was a 3-horse race to the end.
Yep.
A month ago, we were talking about who we think will get relegated, and I thought I wanted Forest to be relegated. I just hate them the most. I
Yeah.
really do. But the man them early can man.
So all right. So looking at the table now today, May 10th. Tottenham in 17th on 37 points. West Ham in 18 on 36 points. Tottenham will play Leeds tomorrow. They can go to 40 points with a victory over Leeds tomorrow. Junior, Leeds is in 16th position on 43 points.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got?
With the result today from Arsenal and West Ham, I think the Zerbi and Tottenham will be buoyed by it. Remember I asked this question last week, which would you prefer?
What's the
Because
question?
right now, in the back of all the Tottenham players' minds, they must be saying, if we show up tomorrow and win, right? Why?
I mean, Tottenham will win tomorrow, man. Tottenham will beat Leeds. Hey,
Look, all right, we're not jumping around, and I'm very coherent here.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm drawing a parallel. I'm drawing a parallel.
I am a booty. I jump around all the time. So
What? So here. Well. Prepare to play hopscotch, sir. Um, Arsenal came into this game today. I told you guys this was going to be a very tough game. I told you guys it would be a tight game. I told you it would be a rough game. And look at what it took Arsenal to win this game, to get the 3 points. And look at what happened at the end of the game where they could have lost the 3 points. Right? The parallel I'm drawing right now is Tottenham is going into this game tomorrow. This game probably feel like the Europa Championship game last year now. Where
oh yeah, with
all you have to do is win.
Postecoglou's Tottenham.
Yes, where all he has to do is
Yeah.
beat Manchester United, and we forget about how terrible the year was last year. Remember?
Yes.
And and Tottenham basically, I think they lost all their games going down the stretch. Just just to get ready for that Europa game. It's the same kind of parallel now going into this game. Not necessarily for De Zerbi. I think De Zerbi come in with a open. He has all cards on the table and he's cool. But the Tottenham players can know that 25 hours from now, when the final whistle blows, if they are still in the lead, then they are 1 foot into safety. That is a lot of pressure on these players that you want to play freedom. I don't think Leeds, you said Tottenham beating Leeds, I don't think it's that. I expect them to win, but I don't think it's going to be as comfortable as some people might making it seem.
So the game is.
I don't know if you were implying it was going to be comfortable, but I don't think it's going to be comfortable for them.
The game is at Tottenham Stadium.
What are you trying to tell me? That's a fortress?
Listen, no, it's not a fortress under previous managers, but under De Zerbi. There's something, they call it new manager bounce, call it new manager whatever. That victory, I think, 2 weekends ago or whatever it was against Wolves. The sheer emotion when Job Pillinia scored that goal. People ridicule or making fun of Arsenal's celebration for making it to the Champions League final. The celebration at the conclusion of a game by Spurs, when they won that game, that instilled that belief, that feeling again, like, yo, we can actually win football games again. And then they followed that up with another victory the following week. Who them did beat? I don't remember who they defeated in the next weekend.
I'll tell you that a second. Hold on. I'll tell you that a second.
But with those 2 victories on the chart, De Zerbi is telling me that, look, he's got the pulse of this team.
They beat Villa. Remember they came from behind and beat. That came from, but they beat Villa.
Aston Villa. Came from behind and beat Aston Villa.
Well, nah, that came from behind. That came from behind. They beat Aston Villa, though.
All right. They beat Aston. Just so they came from behind.
I was sleepy, sir.
Okay, they didn't care. All right. So they defeat Aston Villa at Villa Park, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and granted, we can say that Aston Villa might not be in the best form in this last few games. But equally as important, Tottenham hasn't been in the best form. They scraped that 1-0 victory against Wolves, and they said, okay, we're back in this thing. Let's go to Aston Villa and take those 3 points, and they did. I expect them to do the same thing at home this against Leeds tomorrow. It's not going to be an easy ball game, but I expect them to win that game tomorrow. And you're right about these games being close, but close or not, you said last week it was going to be a dogfight between West Ham and Arsenal or something akin to that. And yeah, you're right. But dogfight or dog this or dog that, West Ham still lose the ball game. So,
Yeah.
so I think West Ham fans, them call themselves the Irons or whatever, them can't just get relegated right now. I think there is just too much of an ask after the defeat against Brentford for West Ham to survive. You cannot be in a survival race and you have Brentford that beat you 3-0 at Brentford. No, sir. And at Arsenal, you are going to have strength for the fight to get 3 points for a team that try to win a Premier League title. No, sir. Come on. Relegate them now.
West Ham players travel to Newcastle next Sunday, 12:30.
That might be another defeat.
And the way this is set up now. So, you know what? Let's jump ahead. The way this is set up right now, let's assume Tottenham wins.
Yes.
Right? Let's assume Tottenham wins tomorrow. That leaves both teams with 2 games. West Ham travel to Newcastle and they host
Junior.
Leeds.
Sorry. I want to ask you something. May I look at ESPN Plus? Sorry, Junior. Can I ask you something before I lose my memory?
Right.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
ESPN is running this promo, Messi, the Forgotten Tape. Any idea what this is? It's 5:30 p.m. today. Sorry. I just didn't want to ask. What Forgotten Tape? My bad. Sorry. Go ahead, Junior.
Yeah, is it? I don't know. I don't even want to speculate. Let me not speculate or anything. All right, so West Ham players travel to Newcastle and host Crystal Palace, while Tottenham host Leeds tomorrow, and then their last 2 games is they travel to Chelsea and they host Everton. Let's assume Tottenham win tomorrow, right? They'll be up by 3 points going into the last 2 games.
4.
No, sorry.
4,
Sorry.
right?
They'll be up by 4 points.
Yes.
That means Wolves have to beat Newcastle.
West
You want
Ham
me to tell you why?
West Ham has to beat Newcastle.
West Ham has to beat Newcastle. You want me to tell you why?
Yes.
With this 4 points, even if they were to draw with Newcastle and win the last game, their goal difference is currently -20. Tottenham is -9. It's 11 goals they need to make up. So even if Tottenham doesn't win another game, because they don't have to win another game. Well, if they win, assuming they win tomorrow against Leeds, I don't think they have to win any of the next 2 games. But if they don't get another point, right? Let's say them lose them next 2 games after winning tomorrow. They're still leading by 4 points. As West Ham cannot draw. They have no chance of tying them with goal difference. They have to win both games to go through. They have to.
Yeah.
To have a chance to go through, they have to win both games.
Yeah.
Have to.
I agree.
Cha.
But Junior, you brought up something about the goal difference, and maybe I need to stop overanalyze this thing and just look at it. The goal difference tells the tales of teams that usually piss poor or struggle in leagues.
Yes.
We saw in the Jamaican Premier League where Police conceded has a -76 goal difference. Now here in the English Premier League, the teams with the worst goal difference, they're sitting in the relegation zone for a reason. Wolves -41 relegated, Burnley -36 relegated, West Ham -20 on the verge of relegation. So just
and Tottenham -9,
minus
close to relegation because they're almost double digit in goals in goal difference, negative
Yeah.
goal difference.
But Tottenham can say, well, look at Sunderland. Sunderland have -9 and them the 12. So we can, but West Ham -20. Come on, relegate them now, brethren. Especially you try stay up in a league. You cannot keep conceding goals like this. And also importantly, it's not like West Ham having has a star striker. Colin Wilson is not once the Colin Wilson that he was, right? So what that is not the Colin Wilson what he once was. So nah, man, they might get relegated. West Ham gone. West Ham gone. West Ham gone.
You say would have overanalyzed it, don't worry. It's
Yeah,
over.
West Ham gone.
Oh, second half kick off now. Rashford about to take a corner kick.
Wait, if second half start already, I'm still the pan commercial over here, so.
Yeah, corner kick to Barca.
Yep, 2-0. All right. By the way, people, as soon as the game, the second half, as the game ends, that's it. We're calling it for today.
Yep.
You know.
You go hard with the watch alongs, boy. I put in some good work with the watch along.
We have to try. The watch along does bring a certain audience in, so we have to try satisfy all audience, you know. Different content. Different audience. Leave it at that.
Yep.
And and it's and also the reason why we do so much watch along is because I am watching the games, so might as well we just turn on the machine and go and enjoy the games with the people.
Cool.
Speaking of games, Junior, we have to discuss the Women's FA Cup semi-final. Chelsea versus Man City. Ladies, Bonnie Shaw 2 goals at the death to help Man City to a 3-2 victory over Chelsea. Chelsea led 2-0, Junior. All the way to the 68th minute. Mary Fowler scored in the 86th minute to help to start the Man City comeback. Shaw in 91st minute and 103rd minute to give Man City ladies the victory.
Nail biting stuff, but Bonnie Shaw showed why Man City need to pay up some money.
Yeah, you know what? The money thing there.
Yeah.
I'm just going. I said, Bonnie Shaw, just do what you do. Score your goals and do what you do. That's what.
Fight. But go ahead.
Okay, fight in La Liga between these two idiot sides.
But it's make your money and do what you do to Bonnie Shaw.
Yeah, and somebody's throwing. Of course, Vinicius Junior has to be in the middle of something. You know what? On general principle, Alvaro Arbiola should get sacked because Vinicius Junior captain side. What does that tell a man who not tackle and run back help the group a captain side?
But remember, this is the same Vinicius Junior that I don't know how true this is, but I have to be careful with social media these days, But apparently, and I didn't check it myself, but apparently, most or all of the Real Madrid players, they all took down they all posted a picture of Vinny with no obvious caption. They just post a video and say, "Look at Vinicius Junior." I post a video, I post a picture or something. And it's being interpreted that this is in support of him over Mbappe. So maybe he has earned the captaincy role.
All right. Well, good luck. Of course, Vinicius Jr. working for a new contract. Vinicius Jr. not helping himself with some of these local idiot cross and the idiot display. Some of these idiot cross that he's played today. And I mean, come on, if you're a star baller, supposed to dominate. But speaking of star baller, Bonnie Shaw Jr., like I said earlier, Man City, okay, Man City don't want to come up to the table with the £1 million or whatever it may be, whatever the asking price, whatever Chelsea has submitted to the player. Fine.
I remember this is salary, not fee.
Not fee to the club. The fee is a free transfer.
Right.
Yeah, it's just salary annual. Fine. We don't
Mm-hmm.
care. As Bonisha, if I am Bonisha agent, fine. Because I have the most marketable woman footballer, the best woman striker in all of football. I should be able to package this baller and get a good deal at any big club. Leon, PSG, Chelsea, whomever in NWSL, Man City is either you forward with the money or you don't forward with the money. It's simple. No long talking.
Yeah. So free up, back up. That even that brings struck. Like BM said the other day, as Bellingham is down, but as BM said, if she earn or she worth 2 million, 2 to 3 million per year, and we'll just ask for a little dege million that she has made back already, and will continue to make for your company. Come on, man.
Yeah, and then even on the back of today's game. If the game ended and Chelsea won the game and Shaw didn't contribute, then you can say, all right, see that this is why I am reluctant to give her as Man City, speaking now, as Man City's rep. This is why
Yeah.
I'm reluctant to make this commitment. Ignoring all the impressive numbers that she has. You said, okay, this was a big game today for you to tell me again that you want the big money and you did not show up. But not only did she show up, she showed up and showed out at the death. When everyone thought the game was over, she not only scored to tie the game, she also scored to win the game. And she was defending like her life depended on it, on everything that Chelsea threw at Man City. So I'm saying, like, yo, why win a big time? If I am Shaw's agent, I'm sitting there like, why am I negotiating with Man City? This is my request: £1 million per year, or 1.5 or £2 million per year, or is either you meet the demand or we go on a road. Chelsea, we move. I don't care if Shaw says she like the club or whatever. I don't care. We're going to try to make the best deal because this is her last contract as a professional women player, right? Her last big money contract, right? Shaw is what, 29?
Yeah.
So this could be her
But
last big money contract.
you're assuming that is five, like there's a 5 year contract or something like that. 'Cause what if it's 2 years
All
or
right,
3 years?
so a woman footballer, once you start, Drew Spence is what, 33? Drew Spence a player, as great as Drew Spence is, Drew Spence a play ball at Spurs. All right? And she not depend on big money contracts. So I think once the players them start hit 32 and them, so
Wow.
as Ferran Torres almost in, should have made it 3 junior.
Well, this is Thibaut Courtois, and it shows that the save that he made against Rashford wasn't buck up because it's pretty much the same save, but on the opposite side.
Yeah, so basically, do you think Shaw has another contract? Like, what's the length of the Chelsea offer, by the way? That's a very good question. Do we know how many years Chelsea is offering to pay £1 million per year?
Chelsea contract offer.
BM say Happy Mother's Day. Why if it come from why if it come from behind? BallChat watch alongs are knowledgeable. Vinicius is the worst player. Yo. Hey, look, hey, BM, I don't want you diss the baller still. I am part of the Vinicius fan club. Worst player they can make captain over there, but yeah, Junior, do you any word on the reported how many years Chelsea looking to offer?
I'm looking. I don't say. Normally they don't release that until after it's signed.
So maybe a 3 years.
I think so.
3 years. So, she will be what, 32 or 33, depend. And if she's already
Maybe I'll
she's
wait.
turning 30 this year. When is her birthday?
See, Bonisha.
I cannot wax lyrically enough about what I saw from Bonnie Shaw today. I was really impressed with Bonnie Shaw's display late in the game. And we watch a lot of reggae girls watch alongs. And sometimes we see Bonnie Shaw like, yo, brother, tired enough, can't bother with the foolishness. And then the body language situation. Sometimes, we have been on record, myself, I've been on record to say, Bonnie, fix up the body language. But late in this football game, when normally Bonnie Shaw is like dragging her shoulder, dropping her shoulder, dropping her head, she was like, no, not today. We will not lose this football game. And I thought, whoa,
You
who is
wish you
this?
wish she was on your
Who
side.
is this Bonnie Shaw? I was like, yo, she was on a mission today. So, um, do you think Man City return with another upgraded offer for her
No,
after
no.
today's
Because
display?
if they were going to do that, or if they were planning to do that, they would have offered that way before we got to where we are right now.
Like if you look at the headlines throughout the different news outlets, the Telegraph, Bonnie Shaw dumps Chelsea out of the FA Cup. The Goal.com, it had to be Bonnie Shaw. The Times, Khadija Shaw late show against Chelsea send Man City in. So it's all everywhere he can turn for women's football coverage. It's Bonnie Shaw.
And she's going
AP
away for
News,
free.
Bonnie Shaw win Soccer Writers Award in England. To couple with that, she also won the Soccer Writers Award as a Women's Footballer of the Year. And again, Man City Junior, put yourself in the Man City brass locker office executive suite. How are you going to make this player leave?
Throw off our rock. I'm talking about the brass now. I'm talking about the whole brass. Um, I'm trying to think of a scenario where something like this happened. It happened in other sports, but football, the
Yeah,
Zlatan
the
change.
Yeah, Pep Guardiola foolishness.
That's a good one. I
Yeah.
think Etu one is a good one. Um, oh, oh, the most obvious one, Benton.
Which one?
Van Persie going to Manchester United.
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, yes, yes.
That one right there. Arsenal have a couple of them. 'Cause remember, Arsenal had they let the wing back go to
The Gail Clichy.
Gail Clichy to Man
Man
City. They
City, right?
also let Frenchie, number 7 Frenchie, do it too as well.
So Gail Clichy what? Went to Man City, right?
I think he went to Man, or was it Barcelona?
But Arsenal, like you said, has a couple of them. The Van
Yes.
Persie one, definitely. Definitely.
Oh, but I have one bigger than that. I
Which
have one
one?
bigger than that. Lord Makalele from Chelsea to Real Madrid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh wow. Oi, oi.
yeah,
Mm-mm. That one hurt. I'm
yeah,
sure that one hurt a lot of blues fans.
yeah,
But don't think any of them really compare to Bonnie, because she's going to come in with the reward, and you are going to be forced to pay average of whatever percentage you
yeah,
have there, are part of the transfer, not transfer, because it's free. Whatever signing bonus, whatever you have, all of that, you're gonna put that over Man City head,
yeah. But
And
Junior, equally as important, you're gonna be seeing this player next season against you. So it's not
it's
like you're
true.
letting her go to La Liga or letting her go to the French league. You're gonna be seeing her in the Women's Super League.
It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. What are you doing?
Emma Saunders of the BBC had I think the quite powerful title of her article today, and she said the title of the article says why Man City would be foolish to let Shaw leave, and I mean she went on to write like Bunny Shaw needed just 12 minutes to prove why Man City is an idiot. Basically, to let her go. 12 minutes just change the dynamics of the football game.
But we're going to let her go for free. Rafinha is coming on. Rafinha and what? Frankie de Jong.
Oh, look at that.
They're taking on Rashford.
Rashford couldn't end the day. And why Rashford can't finish the day and play this game, Junior?
He
Why
needs
you
a
need
curtain
Rafinha?
call. Give him a curtain call.
Why you need Rafinha here?
I try to think of a good answer for you.
You know, like
You think it's rubbing salt in the wound?
Yeah, trying to score as many goals as they can.
Because next up would be Lewandowski. I'm surprised Lewandowski wasn't starting.
Yeah. Also, there might be a bit of politics here too, Junior, because ultimately, I mean, if Marcus Rashford keeps scoring goals and excel, and he wants to remain at Football Club Barcelona, that money is gonna go up, right? That asking like, yo, take him off. No. Bunny BM says City is showing Bunny that they don't rate her. Why stay in an environment like that? Exactly, BM, exactly. And the crazy thing about it is like, watch you finish us. Junior have to take off him glasses. Vinicius Junior tried to lob Garcia, and it didn't work. Golden opportunity there for Real Madrid. Still 2-0. Barcelona leading Real Madrid. I don't know how many Real Madrid fans are actually watching this El Clasico. Real Madrid fans on the live, can take away yourself, man. Go ahead and smash the like button and leave. Go and go spend the rest of the evening or afternoon with no mother and the woman in her life and go on easy. I mean, there's no sense Real Madrid fans should be suffering through this game. Because I don't see how they're going to score.
Well, salad boy!
Oh, salad!
And then just run the ball out.
And Joe Cancelo. Imagine, man called Joe Cancelo. Family of Man City. And of course, ESPN delighting us with the replay. But the Bunny Shaw thing is just crazy to me. The Mary Fowler, I like Mary Fowler as a player. Very lively player. And, there are reports that Mary Fowler is probably what they're looking to use down the middle. No, but what it shows today in this game is that Bunny Shaw and Mary Fowler played well off each other. Mary Fowler scored, Bunny Shaw scored too. Different type of players just playing off each other. So, foolish this year, man. Go on to Chelsea, I will serve give you the money and go on, deal with the thing. Continuing our football roundup, Junior, since we have to do a yard baller segment, Unity Cup is coming down. Did we touch this that few players have refused or turned down the call up for the Unity Cup last week?
But as expected though. I remember we joke about it once they made Speed give him the extra. I was gonna say made him official, but he's not officially the head coach as it. They just gave him an extension, right?
Yeah, gave him an extension until the end of the to the Unity Cup.
Yeah. But we talked about last week I said the players, the foreign based players, they have to sit down and make a business decision. And look at themselves and look within themselves and say, am I playing football in the next 4 years? If the answer is no, remotely know, or whatever. For me, I don't want speed. I don't want speed. Give her a lawsuit in a bedtime.
Yeah, well, a BCN Sports him office so BCN Sports lie already.
All right. So since BCN Sports lie already, if I know I won't be available to play in the next 4 years, whether physically or I'll be too old, I'm not gonna play for Jamaica. I have no motivation to play for Jamaica. There's nothing there that gives me the vibe to want to play for Jamaica. So we're talking about Ethan Pinnock. 4 years from now, he might be retired professionally. Leon Bailey, we don't know what going on with Leon Bailey and his camp. And the third one was Casey Palmer, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Casey Palmer is not a fan favorite. So they now have the leverage where they can come out now and publicly say we're not dealing with speed. So if speed going to carry a grudge and still be around 4 years from now, they won't have to worry about it because they know they're not going to play. That's how I would approach it. Now Rudolph Speed and his cohort must be angry hearing me say that. And how does this affect future invitees? Or would he even want to invite younger players or other players from Europe? No. You see what I'm saying? Because those
Yeah,
players talk, they talk. Yo, Jamaica call me, how you feel about it? Why, the Rudolph Speed brother is a character, You might want to sit back on this one. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, I don't know.
I mean, the thing is that, all right, I try to get my thoughts together before I say something regarding this thing. By the way, Barcelona still leads Real Madrid 2-0 in the El Clasico. Barcelona victory secures La Liga title. Upon Vinicius, that show himself down. Like, say, yeah, Vinicius, a fish ready. Get up. Um, it's kind of like this situation, Junior. If you are trying to build your resume as a player, I mean, you said you're serious about playing for this team, the Reggae Boys. You
Mhm.
a call up come and you're not injured and you don't have any other commitments. Take the call up, regardless if you don't like the coach or not, because it should be bigger than the coach, right?
No, no.
You represent the shirt, you're not representing the coach.
Half of these players or half of these people that we're talking about that are being attracted by Jamaica don't even know what Jamaica look like with their own two eyes. So there's no sense of pride there. There's nothing there to say, oh, even though I don't fancy the coach, I fancy the team, I fancy the squad, and blah blah blah. But what would have been nice is if we hold some form of a forum. Because with all that's going on is a lot of hearsay, a lot of media reporting, but we're not hearing from the players themselves.
Yeah, we're not hearing from the players themselves.
The closest we've had it up, and is when I almost said Damian Lowe, but is when the WhatsApp voice notes were leaked. You remember that?
Yes, yes, yes.
That's the closest we've had to hearing what's going on in the locker room. And I don't think that will ever happen again because the man then probably shut down the WhatsApp group.
So in terms of like reliable sources, it's all a bunch of YouTube vloggers, and big up them mute here because they always do some good work. But we can, and they have their sources, but we can't really cite them on there as reliable source in terms of this is valid that players turn down the call, right?
Right.
I mean,
And where there's
um,
smoke, but what about did you subscribe to the where there's smoke, there's fire?
yeah, yep. So BM, we are just depend upon you if you kind of give us an insight. Who turned on calls, BM? As far as you know, for the reggae boys for the Unity Cup, if you know,
Yeah.
you know. Now the thing though, Junior, is this. Rudolph Speed, like you spoke about the interviews. I mean, it's well documented, right? The interviews that
Yeah.
he did since the elimination from the World Cup, right? And
Yep.
it's ill advised some of the things that he said, and he sounded a preference for players playing in certain leagues or players affiliated with certain leagues, right?
Mhm.
Even if they're not playing, i.e., Ethan Pinnock are up bench, but he can play. So if I'm not in those leagues and I get a call, I mean, will I kind of say, yo, brethren, call them on them in the league there where you have show a preference for them, brethren?
Yeah.
Because you've said it publicly that you prefer players in these leagues,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
if them not play.
Yeah.
So now why y'all come call me, brethren? The players in the
I,
league that you prefer did not deliver in the World Cup qualifying games, and why y'all come call me now?
so Matthew, let me respond to your that question. But let me ask you a question based on your factual statement.
Yeah,
I don't think you answered. I think you gave a factual statement.
yeah. BM says I'm done with reggae boys. It's a one big waste of time.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's a tough dilemma you push forward, though, How would it hurt? A referee call it back. Trent. It's a tough. it, in on one hand, I don't think it is wrong if a coach saying want top quality ballers. On one hand, I don't think it is wrong. Um, and I think we talk about the coach and his lack of humility or apparent lack of humility. But Benton, sometimes the players don't feel humble too.
Yeah,
Not because you weren't first choice.
yeah,
That means
yeah,
say I carry feelings.
yeah. We always refer to some players that carry side girl feelings.
Yeah.
Yes,
And that's what that will be,
yeah,
right? Oh, you never like me, but can you get turned on or you ready for come? Well, yes, that's how it is. So guess what? We went for this person that would have been the star of the team in turn down. So we're coming to you. So what does that mean? What does that make you? You don't have the opportunity to you have the opportunity to be what that star baller or that star league player would have been for the national team. Go out there and take the opportunity. What's wrong with that? Which is kind of what you kind of hinted towards when a player get a call up, right? And having some pride and representing a shirt and really take the call up and go play it. Maybe that is what is keeping this JFF poor standards afloat because the players probably think that way.
Gavi is out. Bernal is on. Ferran Torres is out, and Lewandowski is on. For Football Club Barcelona, 77 minutes. Already behind us. Barcelona 2, Real Madrid now. Yeah, all right. So I definitely understand the point, Junior, about, here's an opportunity. So you weren't the first choice. Well, here's an opportunity to change my mind, so to speak. become the first choice, stake a claim,
Right.
blah, 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 and change my mind as a coach for selecting players from certain leagues or even bench players. Yeah,
Right.
that's one way to look at it. That's one way to appeal to players. But I think as a coach, and we had this discussion when Rudolph Speak was doing those interviews. Everyone has their own standard and their own requirements. But I think as a coach, you don't want necessarily. I don't think it's a great idea to kind of keep a group outside the circle. You want give an opportunity to as many people, as many players as you possibly can. Because you can find diamond in a rough. You can find diamond in a bush league, in an idiot league somewhere. But when you go on record and say, boy, yo, from a man in the league there, even if I bench him a rub, because the training of that league is so intense, that's going to help me. Those players are going to get preferential treatment, so to speak, in starting. I think that is utter rubbish.
Big time rubbish. And case in point, I made the argument that running down these Premier League players, we were only able to get players from struggling teams. So they are playing in a system where they are not used to having the ball at their feet. They're not used to being in an attacking mindset at all times because of the league that they're playing in. I wondered there might be something to that too,
Yeah, might be something in that. And I keep having an image of Warner Brown work rate against St. Vincent. And I don't know who was the other opponent late in that game. The hunger Warner Brown demonstrated versus the Premier League ballers who were also a part of that group. It was night and day. And maybe it's because the Premier League ballers have bigger contract for say, boy, yo, I'm not gonna really risk my foot, I have big money contract, I need to go back on my club. So there's a negative side, potentially a downside to that. Remember Mikel Antonio did say, boy, yo, we can't play on certain turf when them go to Grenada go play because of cricket pitch. When Hal Grimson was the coach, right? So he said, I think Hal Grimson said something to the effect like, yeah, we decided to rest Mikel because of the turf, the surface. He cannot play on certain, and I understand that. But you're not supposed to have certain ballers who can't play upon certain things, and then you are giving preferential treatment to these players from these leagues. You're supposed to have players who are ready to lace them up no matter what and come play.
Yeah. And that's the patriotic attitude that you're talking about.
Yeah, man.
But I think that is what JFF pull on to get players to constantly commit.
So, and then this even bring us to bring our vibes to us now, even us as a watch along content creator. Because I really don't feel the vibes for the Unity Cup, just put it straight 100. We're not going around corner and town. We'll probably do a watch along, but I don't feel the vibes for it. When I watch Jamaica versus India. Yeah.
And it's not cricket.
Yeah, and it's not a cricket. Yeah, what is it, brother? What is it? Like, brother.
Well,
I mean, I understand that we're providing content and we are covering the team and man.
There's a sense of frustration there with it though. That if they only knew. Let me just put it that way. If they only knew, the they being JFF and people that are close to the ones on the field, if they only knew, because you're right. If it wasn't, put it this way, if it wasn't Jamaica, if it wasn't the land of your birth, if it was the Falcons, when the Falcons are lose, you see?
Lock you off already. Hell no. It's like, yo. I mean, I guess that Unity Cup game, I'm trying to find some things to kind of latch on to watch those games. Maybe there are some young players who might get some minutes that I can say, yeah, right, I'm supporting those players. But brethren, it's really strong your meds, like we need to find time for watch India versus Jamaica. No man, from India, we have some Indian brethren who said to me, say, yo, they are excited to take on the reggae boys. Like, I know, imagine if India drop a belly. I mean, I'm gonna have to face these people. It's just prejudice.
Yo, no, just the thought of it though, just the thought of it. But I mean,
And the team is in disarray, and India is looking at this as an opportunity to build because they have their eyes set on not, just growing the game. India normally play Oman and Pakistan. Well, Pakistan, yeah, I don't talk about that. But India play some local idiot side. Now, if them can beat a reggae boys, them say, yo, we take off a stripe off a 50th ranked team or 100 ranked team and we are build. Yes, brethren. Yes, we reach.
all me have to say about that is we shall rise again. This must be three. This must be three. I tell him I kick it right to Kotor.
And even to put I am done griping, but to add a little bit more spice to it. I have friends from India that we have dinners together. Our families break bread together. When we make sure to go to California, their moms prepare meals for us and we sit down and all of us eat together as families. Imagine me going to dinner now if India beat Jamaica. A man I can walk out in an India shirt and meet me at the door and say, come sir, come, let me take you to your room and all them things there. How are the reggae boys doing these days? Yo, is them foolish this year? Yo, and speed at it's crazy what's going on in Jamaican football right now. It's crazy. Absolutely nonsense.
It feels all right, but then you have the U17 World Cup to look forward to. You have the U21s that get pulled in this group
the
of them.
U20 tournament that's coming up. Yep.
So there's more there to supplement our needs, our need to show our patriotism to our fellow countrymen and women. There's enough there that I remember Rudolph Speed, he's a genius. 'Cause remember that's what Rudolph Speed thought, what a ball trend.
I mean,
Remember that's what Rudolph Speed said about GFF President Mike Ricketts and talked about how successful the organization is, right?
yeah.
Because you have teams fighting on 3 fronts. Well, 4 fronts if you count the women's team.
Yeah. BM says Speed is a garbage coach. Like Al Grimston and McLaren, he's hoping he'll get lucky because the players are from England. However, the players from England are mediocre at best, nothing special. As pertains to the Unity Cup, BM also says that Unity Cup is a loser's cup, aka underachievers cup. No incentive to watch it. Michael Ricketts said he wants to win the Unity Cup. If an ambitionless and worthless person. Like what? Winning the Unity Cup? Like Michael Ricketts winning the Unity Cup, and he said that he won. What? Winning the Unity Cup, what does that give us, Junior? As a fan of the Reggae Boys. As fans of the Reggae Boys. What will Michael Ricketts come to us and say, well, I've won the Unity Cup. See, things are heading in the right direction?
Well, I think he got it wrong by asking what would Michael Ricketts. Michael Ricketts has no reason to come to us. Michael Ricketts have never come to us. Michael Ricketts have never attempted to find common ground with us.
But his media house.
With the diaspora.
Yeah.
Michael Ricketts have never felt the urge or the need. We see Italy. Italy failed to make it to the World Cup and they had to give big speech. Everybody had to retire and take with themselves.
No long talking.
No long talking. Jamaica failed to make it to the World Cup and it's a bag of passa going on, but there's no direct like I was thinking about it. I actually yesterday I was thinking about Jean Nelson
Yeah.
and how intricate she was with the growth of the women's football and how we don't hear that name called in any circle,
Yeah.
right? And what I was thinking about was the work that she put in and how she was very transparent with media spaces
Yeah,
that
man.
would give her the opportunity to express herself,
Yeah, man.
right? And we all felt invested in it. I don't get that vibe from Mike Ricketts. Mike Ricketts just is like he must say, yo, he's like him a penny pinch, not penny pinch, but he knows where his bread is buttered.
Yes.
And if he doesn't feel the need to turn the bread on the other side, he's not going to come talk to you. He's
Yeah,
not going to
man.
put
Yeah, man.
himself
There's
into no
no,
stress.
no. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I fundamentally, of course, believe that those at the leadership of the JFF brass, them stick to them stomach, right? That they didn't make it to the World Cup, right? Because a whole heap of money,
You think they are?
12.5 million US dollars guaranteed, at least 12.5 million US dollars off the table, right? That's all right. They've squandered, but it's like on the flip side too. It's like Brethren, they're sitting there saying, who who in the Jamaican football structure is willing to challenge Michael Ricketts? Or who is willing to trigger a vote of confidence for this level of mediocrity, of failure to achieve, not qualifying for the World Cup, for the men's World Cup? All we are here now is, well, we have improvement in coaching certifications. We have reggae girls making World Cups. Yeah, but it's not because of Mike Ricketts. Mike Ricketts, they have invested heavily in the reggae girls, and we have the youth 17 qualify for. You have invested heavily in the reggae boys. You have gone to hell or high water to find coaches and recruit players from England and land far and beyond, and still cannot make it to the World Cup. As it's all over. Yo, time for go my way out. At Mother's Day, we are going to close out this box cover because the longer I talk about reggae boys, the more my stress I go up. Final thing, family, before we go my way out.
Congratulations to Barcelona as Abiola leaves the job without a feather in his cap.
It was a tough job to begin with.
But we done write him off already.
We don't know, say. It's like you take the work and you don't know, say. We know, say, you need to go nowhere with the work. Our Alvaro Abiola. We know, say,
interrupt
go work.
interrupt manager.
Yeah. All right, at time for go my way out. But typically when we go on Mother's Day, we have to play at least a piece of this tune. Junior, can we do it before YouTube give we a strike?
They're going to give us a strike, sir.
So, but we can't do it. We just have to play 30 seconds, 15 seconds.
I mean, we can do it, but they're going to give us a strike, sir.
Oh, God almighty.
If I make you know. So you can do it, but about strike way.
Yo, Garnet Silk, mama.
Big up all the mothers out there. Big up all the mothers out there. All the
man.
Barcelona mothers out there. All the Real Madrid mothers out there. You have some consoling for them. But big up for yourself, all the football moms out there. All the mother and the parental figures out there. Big up. This is your day.
Give me 1 second. So what if I play it through my phone, Junior?
Remember the same difference. Well, run it, man. Run it.
Is it coming true? Junior said if we run it on the real thing. So we run it on the real thing.
Ready?
Run it.
Yeah, man, hear it.
Wait, run it on the real thing. Yo, 30 seconds. We are going where we are. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Go on it, Silk. Legend lives on no matter what. Mothers. Love you.
Mama.
Big up,
Love you,
mother.
mother.
Oh, mama.
On Wednesday, we talk about the JPL
Mama,
player.
mama.
Yep.
Wednesday night game, I talk about the JPL player.
Yo, we got that we are, you know.
Later.